The Fast Food Podcast.
So something went viral the other day, and it was an interesting conversation.
Hold on, when you say it went viral, is it ratchet or is it topical?
It's topical.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
you know, it's like it's a fight between ratchet and topical going viral, right?
So a mother, she had enough of a 10-year-old, so she invited a prison prevention specialist to her house. Yeah. To pattern up the youth. And when you watch the video, the youth's 10.
And he's very nervous.
And
stressed. He has to be stressed at 10.
Yeah. And Donnie, who was talking to him, was on trying to move him. And I was like, part of me was like, raw. But then when I pre'd it, and not only 2 days ago, I had to pattern up my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I was like, this is why we need fathers.
Yeah, 100%.
So based on that, how important are fathers?
I mean,
I'll let you take the floor first.
I mean, highly important. Yep. The fact that society's got to a point where it's making the fathers seem unnecessary, it's just wild to me. Like, growing up, like, even though the stereotype is, well, black people shit, the fathers ain't hanging around and that has dramatically changed over the years. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially like you and that, like, everyone I know from my age group or higher or around my circle, they set levels. So I know when I become a father, I know I've got multiple examples of how to do the thing. But growing up, even if the couple weren't together, the parents weren't together, I always knew my boy's dad. I know what he looks like. If I see him walking down the road, I know that's him. I know he's coming to check my boy, this, that, and the third. And a lot of these guys just grown up calm, level-headed, know how to deal with women. They just got their head on their shoulders.
Can I ask you a personal question and you can tell me no? Was your father present in your life?
For parts of it.
Did you have father figures?
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
So I was calm. I was calm. Yeah, around my grandfather. I had uncles around. My mum. I call him pops because at the end of the day, even though he's not my biological father, but he was with my mum since the age of like 7.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my pops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, like, this is the levels. If he.
I like that. I like this Drizzy, man.
You okay?
Yeah, man. Keep spitting, brother.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me again.
No,
okay, cool. It's like if me and him walk into a room and someone goes, yo, blah, 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 who's this? He goes, oh, that's my son. You haven't met him. This is the first time you meet my son.
Right.
Like, my son's been living like in England or he's been in Dominica. Boom. Calm. Like, nothing. Yeah. No one could say to him, oh, yeah, well, he's a little light skin compared to you being dark skin. Nah. So,
but you had him there.
Yeah, and he just kept me level-headed, bro. Like, I knew I can't step out of line.
Dirt.
No, I never had mine.
Did you have a man in your life who was a father figure?
No, to be honest with you, not at all.
And you come across.
Interesting.
Pause. You come across
as somebody who
level.
Does.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think it's the lack of him or not having a father figure.
Yeah.
And then understanding what it takes in order to be a father.
Right.
That's where my balance somewhat comes from. So say, for example, where my situation was a little bit different, whereas most people, their dad is either there or he's not about, or sometimes he does the patchy thing.
Yeah.
When I used to see my dad more time than he was coming to check for my brother. So things like, I've never spent a night with my brother, like my dad.
Right.
But my brother and my dad have been on holidays, they've done this, that, that other, and they've done the most.
Okay.
I've never. So for me, it was a little bit different. So when certain serious things happened in my life or whatever, it kind of made me have this major resentment towards the man, to be honest. Which is natural for someone who doesn't have the dad around.
I can relate to that. That resentment.
Do you see what I'm saying? But watching him do certain things and being selective and not choosing me kind of made me feel like...
Yeah.
bro, I'm not the youth that's gone Joe. I'm not in a Peru. I'm not in a.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
I've had them same fights in my head, bro.
It makes me question myself as in, right, is it me, whatever else it is? And then
Of course.
Yeah.
Then I had my son. And then it made me realise all the things that he wasn't doing.
Right.
And regardless of what I went through some stuff, as you lot see my stories, bedtime, whatever else it is, I went through some stuff with my kid's mum.
Right.
And regardless of what I went through, I kind of knew that my fight was to make sure that I was always in his world.
Facts.
So it made me kind of think, all right, cool. Now as a man who's got to be a father, and I can see the potential. Because remember, when you're looking at mum and dad, you don't really know what's going on behind closed doors because you're a child. You know what I'm saying to you? So as an adult now, who's now going through mummy and daddy stuff myself, I'm seeing it as, all right, cool. But I'm still making this, I can't make this affect my youth though.
Yes.
Regardless of what's going on between me and you, I need to figure a way for me to get there.
And that's a science.
That's the thing. So when I looked back and I think to myself, I don't ever remember mum closing the door on him like that, if you know what I mean. I don't remember mum closing the door and saying, you can't go in or you can't, whatever else it is. So it was kind of like a decision that you made not to be around, which then made me say, all right, cool. I know what I need to do for mine.
You know what's funny, yeah? 'Cause a lot of what he's saying it's not a personal tap, but it's resonating.
It's resonating.
Because I've had those same mental fights where it's just like, right, is it me? And then you get to a point where you're like, maybe he's got a family somewhere else that looks picture perfect, and you're like, well, I'm not a part of it.
Driz, my dad, from what I know, I'm just going to say what I know.
Yeah.
It's around the 13 mark in regards to children.
Rotted.
Yeah?
Okay.
Now, it's just me and my brother for my mum in regards to him.
Yeah.
I've met one of my brothers in the hospital for the very first time, bruv. I was 14, broke my leg in school. Give you a quick story. I'll fast forward.
We're cooking.
All right, cool. So, boom, I'm in school. Basketball was my thing. I was sick. Yeah. So, imagine I'm training for this trial that was coming up or whatever. And in the training, I've broke my ankle.
Aye.
Yeah? Obviously having to be taken to the hospital. It just so happened that my dad was at the house at the time. Obviously, I'm at school being taken straight to the hospital. So, obviously, they've called my mum. My dad drives at the time, my mum doesn't. So, my dad's like, do you know what? He's going to come to the hospital, meet me there. So, cool. I've gone to the hospital. Me, my brother and Carlos, big up Carlos.
I like Carlos.
Shout out to Carlos.
Big up Carlos forever. Me and Carlos went to the hospital. Dad turns up, yeah? So, cool. We're in the hospital, whatever. I chatting, oh, dad, my foot, boom, 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 boom. Had to go in for an x-ray. Dad stayed in the reception, yeah? So they've got me in a little wheelchair. You remember used to be able to push around in the chairs or whatever. So my brethren's pushed me and gone through to the x-ray, come back. When I've come back, I swear, I kid you not, in the reception area, my dad's sitting there.
Right.
There's this woman, this black youth, but this black youth, this looks like a dark-skinned version of me with plaits. I swear to God. And this white lady, yeah?
Like Joe, them two.
Yeah. So, so we've rolled over. I'm not thinking of nothing of this setup.
Yeah.
My dad. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not watching this woman or whatever. And it doesn't even necessarily look like they're talking, but it doesn't look like they know each other, so to speak.
Okay.
So I've gone over. Our dad, they said my foot's broken, boom, boom, boom. I've got to wait for such and such. But you see, when I've said our dad, the woman's gone, so you're not going to introduce him to his brother then?
Wow.
Bro, this is in Homerton Hospital. Never forget it. I was 14. Never forget it, bro.
That's how you just got patterned up like that.
How are you and your brother, like, in regards to, like, from that point till now? What's this?
It was, who's this dickhead in my head?
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Brody, I've got no interest in learning about new brothers and all of this kind of. At 14, 15, already I didn't want to be an East, so I was already ignorant.
Yeah.
So thinking about it, right, me and this youth could have been beefing. And the way he was looking at me was that he thought he was rough.
Right.
I thought I was rough them times there. So whoever this youth, fuck this brother stuff. I don't care about
That's
it.
peak.
So I never spoke to him. I never saw the man again after that.
Raw.
I never saw him again. Like for me,
to this day?
That's crazy.
No, I bucked him again when we was 23, 24.
Okay.
Right.
What, from 14?
So from 14, I refused to have any form of connections with brothers, sisters, or whatever.
Because you're going through
I'm not
pain, bro. It's
interested,
pain,
bro.
man. It's the
I'm
pain.
not interested. Everyone's done this family stuff and holidays and people got Arsenal season tickets. But my dad used to live on Riversdale Road. If people know where Riversdale Road is in Finsbury Park, it was dead opposite the Highbury.
That's a checker galley. That's a checker galley.
You could see, my dad used to live on the top, so you could see the game. Yeah. You think I've ever been in this nigga's yard, bro?
Finsbury Park had gal in the park.
Did you used to Thierry Henry, yeah?
There's a couple of roads. I
Run
never
through
knew the name of the road,
yeah.
but it was calm. Yeah.
Boom. So now, I'm thinking to myself, all of this resentment's building up now. Like, hold on. People have got season tickets. People are watching games. People have been to Grenada on holidays. And I've never been a part of none of this. You get me? Ever. So I've just locked off and shut down. Then my older brother, he's reached out to me and said, my man wants to chat to you. I said, fuck that nigga, man. I said, what?
Yeah. It's like that.
What for? Bro,
Like,
I'm 25.
It's a pain, man.
My son's big. He's not big, he's 5 at the time. I've got my shit. Like, I ain't got, for what, bro? I'm a big man, I've got my career going on and blah, blah, blah. What for, bro? I'm interested in this, what us pretending we're going to be the bros, and we grew up like this. We look like
Ninja
brothers,
Turtles.
we're going to start raving together.
Can you see how the effect, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about having fathers in our lives or having, because when we say fathers, don't mean biological. A father is not necessarily a biological person. It's just somebody who you grow up with.
Provides a little moral compass.
The closest thing that I had to a father figure was probably my eldest brother. So my eldest brother used to play cricket for England.
Right.
You know, so Chris Lewis, he used to do major things or whatever. Now, but even at that point, when I was a youngster, there's 20 years between us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he's old enough to be my father.
Yeah, he
you know
is.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but the problem is that when he's in the height of his career, going to Australia to play World Cup and this, that, and the other, whatever else it is, I'm going through my situations at home. Do you know what I mean? So as much as I'm not struggling for a trainers or whatever else it is, and I didn't have to necessarily go through that struggle. We weren't rich like that. I didn't have bus up kicks and the goals or whatever else it is. But in regards to going through monumental times in my life, you think no one ever chatted to me about no girl and how to deal with girl and how not to deal with girl or whatever else it is. The only thing that I was ever taught in regards to not even women directly was if anybody, now this is my connection between man and woman, you know. If anybody touches you, defend yourself.
Right.
I was never taught this is how you love
punching
on
girl
a
if they were trying to kiss you.
No. I wasn't that kid. I wasn't that kid. Jesus Christ.
His name's Chris Brown or something.
Yeah.
Girl trying to my man.
No. Defend yourself if someone tries to hurt you. That's what I said.
You know, like,
brother, sometimes you get hurt.
No.
man moving like Piers Morgan.
I had sex and it hurt me.
Bro, that's
man,
crazy.
It was good, bro. It was good. It hurt me a little bit, but
That sounds crazy.
Bro, don't do that.
No, because we're all looking at you like that. So don't tell him not to do that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where was we?
Oh, now you say sorry.
You were protecting yourself.
Yeah, so it was just
Yeah,
Can I spot your foot? Yeah,
I threw you.
He threw me so far. You know, I'm like, where was I again? Where am I? Yeah, Bell. Yeah, Drizzy.
It's like that. So, tell me about, and we all know this, we all relate to this.
Go on.
How much of a piss did we all take out on our mums when we were kids?
Oh my God, brother. I could tell you 9,000 stories about the piss takes that. You know what it is? You know, I was Drizzy.
Why is that?
I wasn't bad, I was stupid.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
And I used to lie bad.
Yeah.
I used to lie bad.
Mums don't like liars.
Oh
Women don't like liars in general.
My mum would look
They
at
don't
me
like it.
and know I'm already lying.
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
trying to hold this thing. Bro, I used to do things like, you know, like you just found out that, you know, you could use a lighter and burn a little string on your clothes. I was that kid. Mum's just got the carpet done.
Bunning up things.
Mum's just got the carpet done. It's been down for a week, Morgan. We've just moved in. She works nights. You get me? Man's found the matches in the electricity box. I'm just looking for shit in the drawer.
Light it
You
up.
get me?
Arsonist.
Idiot thing. Trying to burn the string on these little underpants, bro. Never forget it, bro. I was probably about 9 these times, bro. Boom, burnt too much of them. You know, like it's getting close to your hands.
Yeah.
Brody. It's just done the whole sizzle. You know when you drop the iron, the hot iron, it's just left the pins.
Yeah. That's peak.
So boom, we're thinking, right, cool. Mum's told us to tidy up. You get me? Watch how stupid I was. What's the level of stupid? So we've tidied up now. You get me? But when I'm looking at this burn, so I'm thinking, right, let's leave a t-shirt.
Yeah, man, makes sense.
For the burn.
Yeah. You're 9.
Yeah?
You're 9 years old.
Yeah, leave a t-shirt and mum's gonna look at. This is what my head's told me, Drizzy. My mum's gonna come in. She's gonna look at the room and say, "Oh, what a tidy room, but you left the t-shirt." I'll tell him to pick it up in the morning.
Yeah.
As a parent now, you know that if your kids are sleeping and they've tidied the room, they've just left one t-shirt. What are you gonna do?
Let's pick it up.
Let's pick up the one t-shirt.
What the blood clot?
Brody,
Go on in my floor.
I remember hearing my mum come in here and pretending I was sleeping. I used to sleep on the top bunk. My little brother was underneath, and my cousin was there too. pretending I'm sleeping, and I just remember mum hearing the light flick on.
She put you in a spliff.
Brody, my mum had this umbrella, yeah.
Oh, Ella,
with the hook. You see with the wooden hook?
Yeah. Oh, the L under my. Oh, mate.
Kill this right. So child inside here today, brother. And my mum went off.
Crazy.
You know what? Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nah. We need. We're going in a rabbit hole here. We need to address this.
Oh,
now.
you got stories
because
now?
no. We've all got them type of stories. Yeah. But the thing is,
I don't like the yard.
No. Well, you know what my thing was, because I was living in the Caribbean them ages. My thing was get a lighter and get the mosquito spray.
Yeah,
and kill them like that with a lighter.
Launch them,
like a dragon.
Yeah, you think you're a yard man, bro.
Yeah.
That's what sort of yard man
I was on the scene early. But listen, one time, I can't remember what it is that did. I think I must have lied. Bless her cotton socks, may she rest in peace. I must have lied to my grandma about
you
something.
bun up your grandma?
No, Commodore did that.
Oh, bro, man.
No. Listen, we just said at the start of the show, we don't call our parents by their name.
Yeah, facts.
I don't. If I don't have the heart to do that,
And you said lie, and you sounded like you said R.I.P.
No. So,
yo,
I can't remember. I think I must have said I was going to a friend's house, and I ended up going to a party.
Yeah.
And those were the days when I used to end up in parties with no money in my pocket,
those
whining
were the
on
days.
girls, climbing on top of the roof, and then just like on some Batman shit. And then I must have sneaked in thinking it was all good dandy. I sneaked in and I went into bed. I didn't even bother shower. I just went into bed because like, you know what, it's late. And I mean, you know what, yeah? When you pretending like you try to go to sleep, that light switch.
It's a different setting.
It sounds so loud, bro.
It's crazy.
Like it's in the speaker. Flick.
Yeah, bro.
That means you're dead.
But here's what happened though. The light went on, then it went off, and I was like, all right, I think you should just check it to see if I was there. So now I get into a false comfort. I'm going to fall asleep.
She was for checking to see if he was there.
Right, but no.
Because she already knew he went there earlier.
In my head, I think she's probably thinking like, oh, let me check. He is there. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, why did I get beatings in the dark, bro?
Out the sleep. Out the pretentious sleep.
Bro.
Why do our parents and our grandparents
beat us in sleep?
Have infrared beams in their eyes?
Nah, man.
Exactly
That's child abuse, man.
No, but I had a call-in. My mum had a call-in. So I knew when I was getting licks.
Oh shit!
Like
she had someone come to her.
No, she would have these words, bro.
No.
And no matter what you did, bro, I used to come home from school and just know it's that season.
It's on.
If my mum said to me, if she said to me, Mikhail, come upstairs or something like that. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, cool.
You see, if she said, Mikhail, pause.
Come upstairs is PTSD for me.
No, see that? She would go, Mikhail, pause. Come to me.
Yeah.
And the tone would just drop.
Yeah.
Come to me.
You
see those come to me in that order. Already you're sweating.
She got the strap on her.
No. She's sending you for it. My mum was in that send
I
you
don't
for
like that either.
My mum was in that send you for the weapon.
But why
to defeat myself? Go get the weapon to defeat yourself.
But why is it as men do we have that in our mind that our mothers are always the weaker vessel? Because
I never had that. I never had that.
Because
my mum was Andre the Giant.
She
was Brock Lesnar. She was everyone to me.
My grand didn't play, bro. I see my grandmother headbutt a motherfucker just because.
Wow.
Like I came home because obviously I left England to go live in Dominica. So in the early stages, I was getting bullied just by how my twang and how I was pronouncing certain words and stuff. I remember some Donny try to bully me for my t-shirt, because don't forget, I'm getting all the fresh shit from over here.
Of course.
So when the barrel comes, I'm getting Jordans, I'm getting this, I'm looking fly.
Looking fresh.
One time this Donny tried to take the shirt off my back.
Yeah.
I remember just coming home to my grand, I was vexed. I didn't do nothing, because again, them days there, I didn't really know how to.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with me? Donny tried coming to the yard. I walk outside, Donny's I go, that's him. Bro, the way my grand just walked on the road as if she was going somewhere else, and that's when bang, she just headbutt man right in his forehead, bro.
Yeah.
From then, I was like, my grandmother's the coldest.
Bro. But you see, but I was the youth that my mum broke the wooden spoon over my back.
Damn.
My mum used to dash lamp at me. My mum...
Make you see the light.
She was cold with the slipper. Cold.
Yeah.
Like she would...
Yeah, sick with it.
And
Sick
it would
with it.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, touch.
And if any of her shows were on while you were trying to interrupt her, if
Crazy.
she's watching Falcon Crest or she's watching or Dallas and you interrupt and say, "Bae, it's peak for you, bruv. It's peak for you, bruv. That's her time. That's her time." But in my head, I always knew that she wasn't the one. It was my dad, my father, who wasn't my biological, but was there since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
He spoke to me a certain way, and when he spoke to me a certain way, I did exactly what I needed to do.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
No, it was. Aye, captain.
Yeah.
So it's like back to the story. The 10-year-old sitting down there, the mum needs help, and I feel like it's a perfect example of why women can't do this. I'm going to do it on my own. Of course.
And that's okay.
And of course you can do it on your own because certain times you are put in those situations. But at the same time, we cannot dismiss a father.
I don't think...
Can't.
I'm going to say this, yeah. And
Talk
you see
to
this
me.
whole do it on your own thing, bro.
Talk to me.
It's not possible. You can raise somebody and do a great job in regards to raising a boy child, a girl child, or whatever else it is, and having to do the primary things and some of the secondary things yourself.
Yeah.
There's going to be elements to that person, regardless of whatever age it is, that you are not going to be able to educate them on.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yeah.
As a man, I can have my boy from birth until he's 20, whatever else it is, and I would never be able to give him the love that his mother will be able to give him.
Facts.
Never.
Ever.
No
Never.
matter how hard you try,
No matter how I try, no matter how
replicate
to
it,
soft or whatever, it's
not
never
possible.
going to be the same
maternal.
thing.
It's a maternal instinct.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? The things that a dad needs to teach their daughter about men or whatever else it is. Because again, with women teaching their daughters about men or whichever else it is, it comes from a perspective of their love, their hurts, their perspectives of what they've been through already, so to
100%.
speak. So my thing is this: as a man, we're doing it from a place of prevention, so to speak. We know what men are capable of.
100%.
Whatever else it is, women know what they're capable of too, but we know the MO a little bit more because we are who we are talking about. You understand what I'm saying to you? So there's going to be elements that we just cannot do by ourselves. So this whole, I can do it by myself, sweetie, you can do a great job.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's okay to need to have help.
This is the
It's
problem.
okay, like, and it even goes far back as like when people say, "Oh, I did it all by myself." Like, if they're an artist or whatever, and it's like, no, you didn't do it all by yourself because you needed someone to believe that the talent you've got is worth pursuing.
They say
that
it takes
alone is support.
They say it takes a village.
100%. 100%. It's not a joke. Like, I think people understand. I think people underestimate. I'm not going to say this about everyone. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this about everyone. But I think people underestimate the value of a father.
Yeah. Especially
It's one of the
now,
most undervalued
man.
jobs in the world, to be honest with you.
You're spitting.
it goes the black man and then the father.
Yeah,
You're
like
spitting.
this is one of the most undervalued jobs in the world, regardless of the culture of the person at the time. Obviously, we know about the importance of our role.
Of course.
But I'm just talking about
As a figure.
as a figure.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's one of the most undervalued jobs in the world because, again, people look at the job and think to myself, it's not compulsory for that to be there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to
But
me.
it's right. So let me pattern up. I disciplined my son 2 days before I saw that online. And what I did with my son was he's on holiday. He's 8 years old, he's living his life, having a blast. He's with his mum. I'm at work, doing my job. When I come home, I'm seeing certain traits, certain talk, certain things. So, as a father, I'm investigating. I've taken my son to the side and I speak to my son. And everything that he's giving me is rebellion. So now, clearly this is not getting through to you. I just start doing the madness.
Got to show him who the real gangster is.
I just take out the strally, bruv. I just take it out, bruv, and just start. Okay, cool. No Xbox for a week. You need to read every day in the morning. No Oculus. And bro, as soon as I started saying this,
forward.
Donnie was like,
But
he
daddy.
he nearly fainted, bro.
But daddy,
Man,
I can't live.
Man got limp and that. Like, yo,
But daddy.
But I'm talking to him like, you had your chances. And when I speak to you as your father, I need you to listen to me. I don't need you to say nothing else. Went to bed soaked. And I was reminiscing about how many times, you went to bed and you were like that. And you're in bed pissed. But I know it's getting through to him in the morning. Sorry, Dad. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. And my wife is sitting next to me saying, how
did that happen?
How do you because there's a level of
Fear.
And discipline. And this is what the world is missing. I don't want to go too far away, but this is what the world is missing today. The world is missing discipline. The fact of the matter is that we move together, and I know you, Drizzy, Joe, Young Jay, and we have a level around each other. It's because we have discipline in our lives, which means that those things that we've learned and handed down to us, we pass on in friendships and in association, because I know that you have boundaries. I know you have boundaries because I know the boundaries I took the piss out of, and you can't get away with that sort of stuff when you become a man. When you become a man, those things could come back to you tenfold.
100%.
Which is important. So shout out to the fathers.
But there's something...
And the mothers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because it's a collaboration thing.
It's a subject.
Yeah, but it's a collaboration thing.
Don't do that. Don't put in the comments. What about us? Cool.
We know. We love you guys.
Mother's Day's coming up. Mother's Day coming up, and you lot get patterns.
Well, it's gone already.
It's past.
Yeah, but it's Mother's Day, man.
2024.
Yeah, but when Father's Day comes, it's still Mother's Day.
All right, let's just, while we're here, we won't spend too long. Okay, ladies, which one's my camera? All three of them. All right, cool. Ladies.
My Mercedes.
Look, when it comes to Father's Day, I beg you, please. I'm not even a father yet, but please, just one time in the year, just allow it, please. Don't be, oh yeah, I'm a mother and father for my child. Just please, if you haven't got something nice to say, don't say it.
Don't say it.
A wise man once said, silence is golden. If you can't add value to the silence, don't say anything. Right?
I like that.
Now, you're welcome. We do this for days. Right. So Daisy said something earlier about, like, you know, resenting your father and this, that, and the third, and then you had your child, etc. In my head, right, I'm patting it up as, right, I'm seeing the things. I can recollect the things that didn't happen when I was growing up with my father. But the flip side is, the Jedi side of it is, I know these things that I didn't have access to, I know I have the knowledge of what not to do when I have my child or children. So I know all the gaps and whatever's in my life, I know now, right? Because I stand by the fact
Send him around there.
a kid,
Send him around my yard.
I always stand by the fact that children, they don't know the value of money. They know the value of love. You can give a child as much material things as possible. It will never equate to you physically being there for them when they sometimes they just want to put their head on your shoulder, just be like, oh, watch a little TV, they just want to put their head on your shoulder, just be like, oh, I feel good because my dad's here. Or like, you know, want to go play football, my dad's here. I know I don't even have to think about how am I going to go play football in the park. My dad's here, I can go do that. You could buy him all the nice boots and all that to play the football, but if you're not there to take him to play the football, Mumsy might not be on it. He's just going to be there. So, do you know what I mean?
I can't wait for you to be a dad because you spend too much money on yourself, and I need you to be more broke.
Bro, what the?
I don't like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, I need you to be. I hate that. Just not like that. You know what I mean? Like I can't. He's always fresh.
You wish for a brother to be broke?
Yeah, you're always fresh, man. Yeah, man. Pattern up, man. It's getting on my nerves, bro. But
okay.
Yeah, shout out to fathers.
1, 2. Yo.
Now we come to the payoff.
Mic check.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Food is a metaphor for information.
Yeah. Yo, get your head around this. The concept, 2 men about this. Drizzy, sack effect, freckles, respect rebels. We'll take the stairs, you stay there. It's next level. Put up the frame, they couldn't see the vision. I'll take the blame when it comes to fruition. From 4 to 3, and then we lost 1. I won't cause a scene cause camera's on, son.
It's a fast food podcast.
You look underdone. You're in the dark with the sharks, it's a bloodbath. We got the mics, it's a fight, had a tough start. Now got the stripes, it's in sight, it's all love car. Morgan Heights, it's food for the mind. A feast for the palate, you can eat the design. Serial killer with a splash of cold milk. These men are built away lactic acid, hold skills. Yo, give me the space, we need the mic. You know the vibes, you know the vibes. Camera, action, lights. We do what we do, we say what we like. It's the FFE.